If you have ever thought luxury SUVs were only about plush leather, quiet cabins, and just enough power to keep things interesting, then you have not met the 2025 Porsche Cayenne GTS. This SUV is not designed to simply get you from A to B. It is built to make every drive an event. With brute force, razor-sharp handling, and unmistakable Porsche refinement, the Cayenne GTS is here to turn your commute into a thrill ride. By the end of this video, you will understand why some people are calling this the S-Class killer. Let us talk about what makes this SUV tick. Lurking beneath the hood is a twin-turbocharged 4.0-liter V8, and let me tell you, it does not whisper, it shouts. With 493 horsepower and 487 pound-feet of torque on tap, this machine will slingshot you from 0 to 60 in just 4.2 seconds. That is not SUV quick, that is sports car territory. Keep your foot planted, and you will top out at 171 miles per hour. Honestly, that is more than anyone needs unless your daily drive includes a stretch of the German Autobahn. But the Cayenne GTS does not care about what you need. It cares about what you want. And what you want is ridiculous, excessive, glorious performance wrapped in a luxury SUV package. But raw numbers are only part of the story. The Cayenne GTS is about how that power feels in your hands. Its 8-speed automatic transmission is a master of disguise, smooth and composed in normal mode. But switch into Sport or Sport Plus, and suddenly it transforms. The shifts snap with precision, every gear change feels alive, and the SUV's character changes from practical luxury to pure performance weapon. This is Porsche engineering at its best. The transmission does not just shift gears. It anticipates your intentions, holds gears through corners, and delivers power exactly when and how you want it. Throttle response is immediate. There is no lag, no hesitation, just instant thrust that pins you back in your seat. The engine sound is intoxicating. In comfort mode, it stays relatively subdued, offering a refined burble that reminds you this is still a luxury vehicle. But activate the sport exhaust and open it up, and the V8 roars to life with a deep, aggressive note that makes every acceleration feel like an event. It pops and crackles on overrun, barks during downshifts, and howls at high RPM. This is a soundtrack that turns heads and raises pulses. Porsche could have turbocharged a smaller engine and called it a day, but they knew GTS buyers want drama. They want theater. They want an engine that sounds as good as it performs. The 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8 delivers all of that and more, making every drive feel special, regardless of whether you are attacking a canyon road or just merging onto the highway. And it certainly does not hide its intentions on the outside. The Cayenne GTS looks aggressive, purposeful, and ready to pounce. Darkened LED headlights with Porsche's signature 4-point daytime running lights give it a menacing stare. Massive front air intakes feed cooling to that hungry V8 while emphasizing the wide, planted stance. The ride height sits lower than the standard Cayenne, dropping the center of gravity and giving it a more athletic proportion. It looks like it is moving even when parked. Huge 21-inch RS Spider wheels fill out the arches, their intricate spoke design borrowed from Porsche's motorsport heritage. Behind those wheels sit red brake calipers that tell anyone paying attention this SUV means business. Add the optional sport design package, and you get extra touches like blacked-out trim, body-colored lower sections, and styling cues that whisper understated menace. It is elegant, but it does not blend into the crowd. Park it next to a standard Cayenne, and the differences are immediately obvious. The GTS sits lower, looks wider, and has an aggressive edge that the base models lack. It is not flashy or over the top. It does not need huge spoilers or garish graphics. The design speaks through proportions, details, and an overall presence that commands attention without screaming for it. This is German performance design at its finest, where form follows function and every element serves a purpose. Performance styling is great, but here is where Porsche pulls ahead of almost every other SUV. Handling. Straight line speed is easy to achieve. making a nearly 2-ton SUV corner like a sports car. That is wizardry. Borrowing technology from the wild Turbo GT, the GTS gets a sport-tuned adaptive air suspension that lowers the ride for sharper dynamics. The steering is lightning quick thanks to reinforced pivot bearings, giving the front end an eagerness that makes you want to dive into corners again and again. Turn-in is immediate, with virtually zero body roll. The Cayenne GTS rotates with precision, tracking your inputs with accuracy that defies its size and weight. The grip is next level. A water-cooled all-wheel drive system continuously shuffles torque between the wheels for maximum bite, always finding traction even when you are pushing hard. Active roll stabilization keeps the Cayenne flat and composed even when carving high-speed turns. The system uses electric motors instead of traditional anti-roll bars, allowing independent control of each side of the vehicle. The result is a ride that can be comfortable when you want it and absolutely rigid when you need it. Add an adaptive rear spoiler for extra downforce at speed, and suddenly this SUV feels smaller, sharper, and more agile than physics should allow. Inside, Porsche proves you do not have to sacrifice comfort for performance. The cabin is wrapped in leather and Alcantara, balancing luxury with motorsport vibes. Everything feels purposeful. The driving position is spot on, with extensive adjustability ensuring drivers of any size can find their perfect seating position. Visibility is excellent for an SUV, with large windows and slim pillars that do not create massive blind spots. Every control is exactly where you would expect it to be. The steering wheel is perfectly sized and shaped, featuring intuitive buttons that let you adjust drive modes without taking your hands off the wheel. The shifter falls naturally to hand, and the center console layout is logical and clean. And here is the kicker. Some are calling this the S-Class killer. The Mercedes S-Class has long been the gold standard for luxury sedans, offering unmatched comfort and prestige. But what it does not deliver is excitement. The Cayenne GTS flips the script. It gives you the refinement and tech you would expect from a luxury flagship, but pairs it with a heartbeat that races every time you tap the throttle. It is luxury, performance, and adrenaline all in one package. You get the opulence without the boredom. You get the prestige without sacrificing driving engagement. For buyers who want the best of both worlds, the Cayenne GTS makes a compelling argument. The 2025 Porsche Cayenne GTS is not trying to be everything to everyone. It is specifically engineered for drivers who refuse to compromise, who want their SUV to be practical but also thrilling, luxurious but also visceral. Starting around $130,000, it is not cheap. But for what it delivers, it represents incredible value in the performance luxury SUV segment. If you want more details, specs, and comparisons, links are in the description. Subscribe for more high-performance vehicle reviews. Thanks for watching, and remember, life is too short for boring SUVs. Boring SUVs.